If you're a founder looking to take your startup to new heights, joining an accelerator could be a game changer for you, as it was for me a few years ago. You might know YCombinator, but in this video I'll explain you about 14 different accelerators which give you investments, mentorship, lots of perks, and of course, immerse value to your venture. I'll cover how much they invest, on which terms, and how to apply. So let's get started. And the first and the most famous accelerator in the world, of course, you might know about what I'm talking right now. This is YCombinator. With a track record of backend startups like Airbnb, DoorDash, Dropbox, Stripe, YCombinator offers $125,000 for 7% of equity, part of your company, as well as $375,000 uncapped SAFE note. Unlike traditional SAFE note, uncapped SAFE notes does not have a valuation cap. This means there is no preset limits on the valuation at which the investment converts into equity. These terms are better for founders than for investors, to be honest. If you're not familiar with uncapped, here's a quick example. In a typical scenario where you raise your next safes at, for example, $15 million post-money valuation cap, the $375,000 uncapped safe would convert into 2.5% of your company. And here how to count. By the way, all the links to all accelerators and to application forms of these accelerators you can find in the link download below, find in the description, and of course don't forget to subscribe to this channel. The next one is Techstars, a highly respected accelerator with a global network in the world, and they have lots of accelerators around the US and not only US. For their San Francisco program, up to $120,000 for 6% of equity stake. The next one, HF0. The next one has pretty unusual name, but I would say they offer very generous investments. Let's dive in. HF0 is a new accelerator on the scene, offering 2.5% equity plus $500,000 uncapped safe. So this is super cool. And of course, the link to application and to all information which you need about this accelerator, find in the link below. The next one is Pear VC. Yes, you heard it right. It's like pear, like a fruit. This is a unique accelerator that provides funding ranging from $250,000 up to $2 million. And there is no some standard terms, so everything based on equity, and I believe this is negotiable or depends on the stage of your company, your revenue traction, wherever do you have. And of course, everything also based on investment amount. The next accelerator is 500 Global. 500 Global flagship accelerator program is a well-known accelerator that offers $150,000 for 6% of your company, plus $37,500 would be a fee for their program. So be ready for that. Okay, let's move on, and the next one is Antler. It's a global startup generator and early stage venture firm. What about terms? So their terms is to offer a total of $500,000 funding. $250,000 is for 9% of your company, a little higher than the previous ones. And another part is $250,000 in the form of annually recurring capital. Okay, the next one is not only accelerator, but also it's a great hub for founders because I've been into their office and I really like it. It's next to Marine District in San Francisco, pretty big space, lots of people are working there. So they kind of like host you for co-working space as well. They have different resources, different studios, different labs. So I remember when we were selected for Alchemist Accelerator, I believe it was only 2 or less than 2% of acceptance rate. You know, this is the thing. And you need to understand that all of this information and all of these great opportunities also will be only for those who really have a great ideas, have great traction, and they know what they're doing, or they're exceptionally talented people. So founders in. So yes, I mentioned that they have a hub, but they also have a remote program, which is very cool for those people who are not based in San Francisco. Their investment terms offer up to $150,000 for an equity stake between 5 to 10%. Okay, the next one is Launch Accelerator, which is focused on seed stage startups. It's pretty more mature than the previous one because the previous one can accept you from the idea stage sometimes not. But this accelerator is a seed stage tech startups accelerator, providing $100,000 in funding for 6% of equity stake. And of course, link below. The next one is Park Commons. It's an accelerator program based in San Francisco, so you have to be present here. The majority of accelerators, they really want that you as a founder will be here because they believe that this is a very cool and pretty unique space to be as a founder, which includes lots of resources, funding, as well as talented people around you. There's pretty different sides of San Francisco also exist. I explained it in different videos about like expectations and realities. You can watch it somewhere here, but still, I also believe that people here are exceptional. So let's get back to the terms of Park Commons. So they invest $400,000 for 7% of equity stake plus $600,000 in the next funding round. So overall, $1 million they will invest in you, and this is pretty cool because you can rely on this $600,000 in the future after you build, for example, some MVP first version of the product. You start selling it to other people, and then you also like have budget for scaling it, or at least to put more into marketing campaigns, which is very cool. And of course, the next one is accelerator, which changed my life literally, because a few days before the war in Ukraine has been started, and like we applied to like a few accelerators and we've been selected in different countries. I also explained it in different video. Alchemist Accelerator accepted us a few years ago. They invested in us. I will not disclose the terms because the terms of this accelerator is pretty different for every company. And you need to know that they invest starting from $25,000 and more. And the equity which they are taking is starting from, I believe, 3, sometimes less than 3%, up to 5%, depends on the stage of the company. And this is a very cool accelerator, which is full of mentors, great people, great community as well. They are not like a short-term program. They have like 6 months of educational program, which is pretty different from YCombinator, which has only 3-month program. And of course, this is cool and it was life-changing experience for me. I've met so many founders with who I'm still in touch. We are friends. We always chatting about like, oh, do you know how to do that? Like, or where did you find the lawyer? And other things. We are supporting each other. So I think also one of the most important things which the accelerator gave to me is people, good friends who are still with me. Okay, the next one is Raise Capital Topline. Raise Capital's Topline program focuses on revenue generating B2B software companies. So you have to understand that if you don't have revenue yet, then this is not the right choice for you. You have to start maybe from different accelerators. But if you already generate some revenue and you are ready to scale, then this is for sure the right path for you. And they invest $250,000 with the terms of Uncapped SAFE, which is cool, and what I explained already before. Okay, the next one is for fintech startups or insurance tech startups. So if you have such ideas, such company, such startup, then the Mint Accelerator would be a great choice for you. So how much do they invest? Their standard investment is $500,000, so $500,000. So $500,000 for 10% of equity stake. Pretty high, right? But still, they bring value, and it's you who should decide if you are ready to give 10% of the company for $500,000. It depends where you are, which stage you are, and what revenue you are generating right now. Is it like a few $1,000s? It's like few $100,000, so it's like millions of dollars, right? And the next one is for AI-powered companies. And I believe right now every company is AI-powered already, so it would be relevant for many founders. It's AI2 Incubator, focuses on AI and machine learning startups. Both of my startups were in AI and machine learning. Also, you should understand what the difference between accelerator and incubator, but this is the topic for another video. So they provide from $50,000 to $150,000 upfront investment, plus with potential for up to $500,000 later on. So you kind of have like money in your bank account as well as like promises to invest. And the last but not least, it's Neo Accelerator. It's a San Francisco-based tech accelerator for early stage startups. Their terms include 1.5% of equity for participation, as well as $600,000 uncapped SAFE note. And you know, if we are counting that like 1.5% of equity plus, for example, we will do the round about $20 million or 15, wherever, then it's pretty good offer, because for $600,000 you will give away only a few percent of your company. So let's agree on something, that San Francisco is the best place for startups. It's a great hub of innovation, technology, and AI. And these accelerators provide an incredible opportunity for entrepreneurs, founders to take their businesses to the next level. But the bar to be accepted is super high, as well as like there is so many other accelerators which also are very good and they provide incredibly great value. As well, they are giving you a pretty great amount of money which you can invest in your business. So consider to apply to one, or maybe not one, but to a few accelerators, because that's what I did before with my co-founder. We applied to many different accelerators. We were selected to few of them, and then we were in the position of choosing to which accelerator we want to be dedicated. The potential of your idea. Good luck, and may your startup journey be a successful one. And if you would like to know how to get funding from top companies like Google, Microsoft, and AWS, then watch the next video.